Opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Hi, folks. John Sciambi alongside Chris Singleton. So the Detroit Tigers were not in the postseason last year, but they've made some key additions, and they're among the league favorites now. There's a real hunger around this team, Chris, and with the fan base, they really think they've got a shot to make some noise this year.
They do, Boog, and I don't think that's unrealistic. They made some nice moves in the offseason, tried to build up their roster, and now they look primed for a big year. Of course, that's not a guarantee of success. We've seen teams go on big spending sprees in the offseason in the past and just not back it up once the games start, but they look like a real contender to me.
First pitch coming your way next. All right, first pitch coming up. And today's starting pitcher, Zach Gallen.
Well, this guy's coming off a season where fell short of 200 strikeouts, which is kind of the ultimate for pitchers to get to that level. And it just tells you how nasty his stuff is, but it also leaves a little bit on the table for him to come out this season and make sure that he gets over that number so that he can go into the offseason feeling like I'm in a pretty special group.
Whit Merrifield, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Two balls, no strikes, the count. Just missed. Pitchers and catchers have a unique bond in general, but Gallen and Carson Kelly actually lived together for a while when they played at AAA. Technically, it was Kelly's apartment, and Gallen slept on an air mattress.
Got to do what you got to do coming through the minor leagues, but that can definitely help to strengthen that bond, be on the same page when you get into the ball game.
Here's Orlando Arcia. In there, and it's 0-1. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Gurriel handles the chance. And here's Paul Goldschmidt. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Sanchez throws. Too late. Stolen base.
I think that still kind of sets the tone, not just for this game, but for the entire series. First inning, game one, so that kind of tells me they're going to be aggressive on offense and try to force the issue whenever they can.
The pitch. A little out front there as he swings through it. Merrifield, the runner at second with one away. Going to count 1-2.
The idea was right, looking to locate that fastball up and in. He just missed his spot a little bit.
And it's even up. And that just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
3-2. The punch out there. Out number 2.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. And first offering is fouled off. Man at second. And that one fouled off. The 0-2. In the air out towards right center. Nootbaar on the move. Makes a nice running catch. And the inning is over. Tigers leave one. Now it's the Rays' turn. No score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Tropicana Field. And today's starter, Tarek Skubal. What do we have on him?
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA. And you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out. And not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance.
All right, let's take a look at the Rays lineup. And the key to victory for them here, get their starter some run support early.
Boog, if they can get him that run support early, it's likely the other team folds because they know how dominant he can be once he gets settled in. So put pressure on that other team right away, jump out to a lead early, and a few runs is going to feel like 30. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about it.
There goes the runner. Swing and a ball popped up. And it falls. Nootbaar around third. He's in there. And it's 1-0.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff for the base hit.
Gary Sanchez stands in now and watches strike 1. Out towards right center field. And it's caught for the out.
Batting fifth.
Here's Gurriel. This one popped up. Hauls it in after a long run. And that'll do it. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's an early 1-0 lead. You're dialed into the show. All set for the start of the inning. Gleyber Torres up to the plate. Here comes a pitch. Torres, a guy the Yankees acquired for Aroldis Chapman back in 2016.
He is fearless. You can't tell if he's been in this league for 8 years or 2 years.
Ed Drummond behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Maybe one of the most respected umpires around the league.
He's not the kind of umpire that you're likely to notice back there. And that can be a huge compliment, really. So if you're just kind of quietly doing your job, staying consistent with your calls, hitters, pitchers, managers, even fans, they're all going to appreciate you. Ed Drummond, he's that kind of umpire.
Here's Nicholas Castellanos. And first offering is fouled off. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a ball popped up. And Castellanos is out. And there are 2 outs. And now it's Jose Siri. And he drops it down the third baseline. Whips it to first. And that is that. We played an inning and a half. And welcome back. Here's the center fielder, Dylan Carlson. The pitch. And that's in for a strike. Bounce to the right. In plenty of time to first, and quickly one away in the second. And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. Swings through that one, 0-1. The wind to kick the pitch. Good eye right there. And down on strikes he goes. That's out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Luis Urias. In there for strike 1. On the ground, right side. Torres over to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Down in order go the Rays, but they hold a 1-0 lead. On to the 3rd inning. Here's Adam Frazier. Frazier, a former All-Star, in the 8th spot in today's lineup. He joined the team as a free agent. Next pitch is popped up. Urias on the move. And out number 1 on the grab.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Kyle Higashioka. One down, base is empty. Swings and misses. No balls, 2 strikes.
I'll tell you this, that's going to go on that pitcher's highlight reel.
In the dirt. Sanchez gathers, throws, and there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
Got him out on the front foot. Couldn't keep the hands back long enough and played right into the hands of the pitcher.
Whit Merrifield up to the plate. Now fly ball to right center. Nootbaar moves under it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Tigers fail to make any noise. Welcome back as we go to the last of the 3rd. And now it's Jonathan Scope. Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-1. Skubal goes 6 feet 3 inches. 26 years old. A former first-round pick in 2023. The 1-1 is fouled off. Got him. 1 gone, bottom of the 3rd inning.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Shortstop.
Back to the top of the lineup. John Birdie at the plate. He's 0 for 1. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. That one is upstairs. Left field, way back there. Ozuna going back on this one. Hits the top of the wall. And he's got a double.
Everything came together for him. He absolutely ripped that ball out front and almost got it out of here, man. Just a really strong, balanced swing. And a fraction of an inch different on the bat, and it is probably out of here.
Next offering is in for a strike. Runner at second here, 1 gone. Falling behind 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
On a line, base hit. Birdie around 3rd. He'll score easily. It's 2-0.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. A lot of hitters tell themselves, line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything and pulled it into the gap nicely.
Nootbaar leads off first with 1 away. Strike 2.
Well, he looks fresh out there. Just needs to get a little more confidence and remember how good he's been in the past.
Way inside, gets out of the way. The 1-2. Swings through it for the K. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Guys become defensive, and all of a sudden, for the hitter, that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
In the air, right field. Castellanos snags it on the run. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit, and it's 2-zip. You're watching Major League Baseball. Back now in Tampa Bay as we go to the top of the 4th. And now the shortstop, Orlando Arcia. Swing and a ball popped up. And that'll fall for a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting, the first baseman, Paul.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt. Struck out looking at his first at bat. And that's in there for strike 1.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Swing and a slow roller. To second, there's one. Out of Santana, 2.
Man, that was bang, bang. Tough to tell in full speed, Boog.
I got to be honest with you. I couldn't tell either. As they ask for time to check with their replay guys about a possible challenge, we wait and see.
Yeah, and we usually get a couple of close ones every game, it seems, and this one is just about as close as it gets.
Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, Marcell Ozuna. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. And he makes the catch. And that'll do it. Back here at the ballpark, now the left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Skubal back to work. Strike 1. That's a strike, and it's 0-2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. Line drive, base hit, right center field.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Carlson in the box now. No balls and a strike. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Rolled over to third. And it gets by him.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Santana batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Next one misses, and the count even 1-1. Line drive. Castellanos right there to make the grab. Runner tags up for third, and he moves up 90 feet. Runners at the corners now. 1 away. Here's the third baseman, Luis Urias. In there, and it's 0-1.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. At worst case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
Pitch misses there, and that is ball 1.
2 strikes.
Gurriel at third. Carlson over at first with 1 away. And down on strikes. That's the second out. Jonathan Scope next to hit for the Rays.
Second baseman, Jonathan.
First offering misses the mark. And that one is in for a strike.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another guy in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
And a swing and a miss, and that's that.
Couple of strikeouts with runners on. Sometimes you got to really bear down, and he did just that. Nice job of getting out of the jam and out of the.
Back here at Tropicana Field, here's the second baseman, Gleyber Torres. And a pitch. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Tigers just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. I think things are happening a little quicker than this offense would like, and we see it in the numbers. They're hitting into a lot of outs early in the at-bat.
Scope hauls it in for the out. And a quick out, number one. Nick Castellanos at the plate now. First time up was a pop out. Santana on the move. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. Kicks and deals. That one fouled off. And the right-hander deals.
Oh, that's out.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. And he deals. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike three. And up next for Detroit, Jose Siri. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And first offering is fouled off. And here it comes. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Down in order go the Tigers. And welcome back. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the shortstop, John Birdie. That's in there. Strike one.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
That's to third. Tosses to first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the fifth.
The right fielder, number 21.
Lars Nootbaar next to hit for the Rays. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. That one missed. Next offering is in for a strike.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Next pitch misses. 2-2. This to center field. 2 up, 2 down. Bo Bichette up to the dish. 1 for 2. He had an RBI base hit back in the first. On the ground, Frazier to first, and that ends the inning. So they go quietly there. We're through 5. It's the Rays 2 and the. Welcome back. Now the third baseman, Adam Frazier. The pitch. Liner, base hit. And next up for the Tigers, Kyle Higashioka. He's 0 for 1. Out to short. Dives, and he can't hang on. Not in time. He's safe. So the batting order turns over. Next is the Tigers DH, Whit Merrifield. Line to right, base hit. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Orlando Arcia up now for the Tigers. Grounder might be 2. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. And fouled off.
Well, this is a tough situation with the bases loaded, but the healthiest mindset is just try to get outs, 1 hitter at a time.
In the air, left side. Gurriel has it sized up. Drops into the glove. Runners tagging from second and third. A big run scores on the sac fly. It's 2-2.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
Marcell Ozuna getting ready to hit. Hammered on the line, base hit. Runner from third in to score. It's 3-2. Tries to get back, and he's out. Way too big of a turn, and that's a big-time mistake. Here's Gleyber Torres. And first offering is fouled off. Arcia on third with 2 out. Soft contact in the air. Brings it in for the 3rd out. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4-5. Back now in Tampa Bay. Bottom of the 6th. Here's a big power threat. Gary Sanchez. First pitch, and he just misses.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Next offering is in for a strike. And now 1-2. The next pitch misses, and the count is even 2-2.
It's a good take.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. 1 for 2. Strike 1. Gurriel measures 6 feet 4 inches, 215 pounds, and he was drafted in the 8th round in 2023. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm, set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Well, that was a really good job setting him up right there. Pitcher and catcher working together to finish him off with the fastball. And even though the location probably wasn't what he wanted, the sequence is what got the job done. Clearly late with the swing after seeing the off-speed stuff on the pitch before.
In for a strike. 0-2 now. California kid. Played for his dad at Elk Grove High School. His teammates there with Nick Madrigal. Misses off the plate. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Home team down a run as the Rays try and punch back. Down a run. Base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
That one misses. 2 balls, no strikes.
2 balls, no strikes.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Swing, and that one hammered down the line. If it's fair, it's gone, and that is out of here. Carlos Santana powers one out. His first homer of the year. It's 4-3. Well, that swing changes things.
Yes, it does. They were in striking distance, and they found a way to fight back big time.
And now the 0-1. Swings through that one.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. But 2 come across to score in the inning courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 4-3 ball game. Back after this on the show. Back here at the ballpark. Now it's the right fielder, Nick Castellanos. Gallen back to work. And a foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. Comebacker to the mound. And Castellanos is out.
Now batting, the center fielder.
And next to hit for Detroit, Jose Siri. And a bunt towards third. And it goes just foul. Righty delivers. Lifted in the air down the left side. And that'll fall for a base hit.
Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick.
Now on the mound for the Rays, Steven Wilson.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Here's the tag, and he's out.
In this situation, you're pretty eager to try to get that runner up to second base in the scoring position. A lot of good things can happen from there, but clearly not able to get back to first on the pickoff. Nice job by the pitcher.
Here's the 0-1. Foul ball. The tying run at the plate. Fly ball down the line. Gurriel trying to get there. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that's the third out. Bottom of the 7th. Now it's the second baseman, Jonathan Scope.
The second baseman.
The wind of the pitch. And there's the strike. Well, he's back out there to begin the 7th. That surprised you at all, Chris?
Yeah, a little bit. It was a little rough 6th inning there, but his skipper's got a lot of confidence in him. But trust me, they will keep a close eye on how he does in this one.
On the ground to the left. Over to Goldie. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. John Birdie next to hit for the Rays. 1 for 3. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. 2 away.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
And it's fouled away. The 0-1.
Nope. Outside.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3.
I think the key is arm action on the changeup. When you can sell it like a fastball, you drop the velocity, you get the swing and miss, and you walk off the field.
Back here at Tropicana Field, leading off, Kyle Higashioka. And a pitch. There's the strike.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
And that one almost got him.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. At the belt and fires. Up the middle. Tosses to first. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Designated hitter, Whit Merrifield.
Into the game now, the southpaw Brad Hand.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
And first offering is fouled off. And a pitch. And that one fouled off. Fights it off. He'll see another. Line drive caught.
Up next for the Tigers, the shortstop, Orlando.
And up next for Detroit, Orlando Arcia. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Pretty good fastball location. Down and in on the corner, but that was just a nice job to handle it and hit it hard. Very tough spot to get the barrel to most of the time, though.
Digging in. Swing and a pop-up. And it stays fair. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. When you pop a ball up like that, you don't expect it to get you a knock too often, but right there, somehow he got it to drop in behind first base, and that's where no one could get to it. A chance now to even the score and maybe extend this game.
New pitcher on now, Drew Smith.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And that one is lifted in the air. Carlson in pursuit. Tracks it down for the out. And that is that. Tigers strand a pair. Score holds. On to the bottom of the 8th. Now up for Tampa Bay, Bo Bichette. The wind of the pitch. Called strike right there. So into his 8th inning of work now on the mound, despite some rough patches.
Well, he's had to battle, and there were some times where I thought he was going to throw in the towel, but he stayed out there, he kept competing, and he's gotten himself pretty deep into this one. Didn't make quality contact on the ground ball to the pull side, but sometimes it's just a matter of finding a hole in the defense.
And first offering is fouled off. Well, with the big lead, they can afford to let him keep rolling out there.
Anytime it's safe for that starter out there on the mound, it's a really good opportunity to give the bullpen an extra break, because those are the guys that you're going to depend on down the stretch. Credit the offense for giving him tons of run support.
Bichette goes. Swing and a miss. Throw there. Safe. One-run game, one out, one on. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. Here's a 1-2. And a ball evens the count. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And a pitch. Got him looking for the K. Fastball to letters, froze him for strike 3.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Carlson in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. The lefty closing in on 100 pitches. 2 outs. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. 1 left for Tampa, and it remains a 4-3 game. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, David Bednar. A chance at his first save of the year. Well, 1-run game. Here comes Gleyber Torres. Here comes a pitch. Bounce to the left side. Birdie fires over to first, and they get the leadoff man in the 9th. That's a big first out right there, and that changes things.
Yeah, you can kind of see how just the hope and optimism is shrunk a little bit, but they got a couple more outs to work with. They got to find a way to get a runner on and get one around the bases.
Out to center. And Castellanos is out. 2 down. So it's their last chance in this one. Jose Siri up now for the Tigers. And a foul ball. Bednar, 28 years old, and he was a 2nd-round pick in 2023. 0-1 now. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Carlson settles underneath it, and he'll make the catch. Ball game, and the Rays hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.
Well, a 4-pitch save. He was just starting to get comfortable out there after throwing a lot of pitches in the bullpen in this one. But a nice job of attacking the hitters, being very efficient. And this is what you want to do. You want to come in and you want to close things out as quickly as possible.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game for the victorious Rays.